What's up guys, Trilogy here. Today we're going to be doing a movie review. This is going to be for Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, whatever. This is going to be for the latest video game movie adaptation. This one's going to be for Uncharted. You see the title on here. And this is going to be, just a heads up, coming from someone who hasn't finished any of the Uncharted games. I started the first one. I don't think I started the first one, actually. I think I've started the second, and I started the third. I got the farthest on the fourth out of any of them. I think I got about halfway through that game, but I haven't actually finished any of the Uncharted games, so I'm familiar with some of the characters, but I'm not as endeared as some of the super fans may be. So as far as that goes, Tom Holland, and a lot of what I'm saying is probably going to be not news to anyone who's watched any other YouTube review for Uncharted, but this is my channel, so I have to make my own review. So Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, what do you think? I think the script overall is pretty hollow, and Tom Holland does his best to make the jokes and the humor that his character is given the best. So as far as that goes with Tom Holland, he doesn't have the best movie selection as an actor. So if we think about it, yes, he's an amazing Spider-Man. But when you look at the rest of the movies that he's done, I mean, none of them have been blockbusters or anything like that. Although Uncharted has sold great. Like, there's definitely going to be a sequel to this movie, despite its mediocre. I'm getting ahead of myself as far as the overall plot goes. Let me just give you my review, and then I'm gonna jump into the review and give you breakdowns of why I gave it the score. As far as my score for Uncharted, I think this movie's probably a 6 out of 10, maybe a 6.5 if we're optimistic. That's just how I feel about it. And there's a lot of things that we could talk about in this movie. Overall, Tom Holland does his best as Nathan Drake, but I do think, like everyone else is saying, I do think this is kind of a miscast. Like I said, like I'm saying, it is a young Nathan Drake, so this is like an origin story basically for Nathan Drake, but still. And then as far as that goes, Nathan Drake can kind of be a jerk in the games. Like, he's a cynical type of person. And I felt like Tom Holland was kind of angelic, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was clean slate, spotless, uncorrupted, optimistic, pure of heart type of character. And although at the end of the day, Nathan Drake, you could say, is a good guy. He's our protagonist, which, never mind, protagonist just means main character. That doesn't actually mean that someone is a good person. He is basically, like I'm saying, he's a good guy, but he does do some scummy stuff sometimes. And although in the movie, Tom Holland's character did give the girl the fake coordinates, you could really say that was just a test to see of which side she was on. And the fact that she betrayed him doesn't really mean he betrayed her, you know what I'm saying? If she had stayed until he woke up, he would have given her the correct coordinates and they would have been there together. And that's another thing. Chloe's character, although I think she and Tom Holland had great chemistry, taking her out of the third act completely, you definitely miss some of that charisma and tenseness that she brought to the table. So just removing her completely from the third scene, I think that was a mistake, in my opinion. Mark Wahlberg, he's playing Sully. A lot of people didn't like his performance, and maybe it's just because I haven't played enough of the games to really get a bearing on Sully's character. Like I said, I only played about half of the fourth game, and about 25% of that game, Sully wasn't really there, and he's kind of the getaway driver for the parts that I played. And then I didn't get super far in the third and second game, so I'm not really familiar. That said, I really didn't mind Mark Wahlberg's character overall as Sully. He definitely didn't look like him. I guess when you get an actor who is an actor like a superstar, they become that character. So Mark isn't really playing Sully, he's playing Mark in that circumstance, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I thought he was a little younger, but then again, I'm really familiar with Sully in the fourth game where he's much older than he is in this origin story. So it's almost completely different. But I mean, his character is kind of hollow overall. Like, I get it. He cares about gold. He cares about treasure. But it's kind of one note, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has a nice pad. He has expensive art. What drives him as a character? I don't understand what really drives Sully. Is gold all that he cares about in the games? Because Tom Holland's character, Nathan Drake, he wants to do this in memory of his brother, you know what I'm saying? And at the beginning of the movie, he does it because he thinks it's going to unite him with his brother. But what is Mark's character? What does Sully get out of finding all this gold? He's going to be rich. Doesn't he have enough money already? He has a nice car. We saw the nice pad. Like, what is he missing in his life? I don't really understand it overall. Chloe's character, the double crossing, I understand. And her character is kind of frustrating to me because she double-crossed us a couple times. She stole the cross, and then she double-crossed us in the cave. She double-crossed us when Tom Holland figured out the coordinates. And I get it. She only wanted to double-cross them because she didn't want to get double-crossed. But, like, we double-crossed you 0 times, and you double-crossed us 3 times. I think at that point, it's just like, I don't know. It seems a little hypocritical. I think his name's Antonio Banderas, which is the bad guy. Very good actor, very charismatic. He has a lot of roles. He makes a good villain. But in this movie, he's so one-note. His moves were predictable. The only thing that was unpredictable about him was him dying. And removing him from the plot just kind of took away the connection that the villain had to the gold. Whereas the new villain, the secondary antagonist, she wants to get the gold because she wants to be rich. But he wanted to get the gold because he felt like his family had been robbed all those years ago. So it just kind of made more sense to me that he had an actual connection. I'm not saying I was on his side or anything, but he had a connection to the treasure due to his ancestry. And then the secondary villain, she killed him and she was just like, we're going to take all the gold. And it's just like, eh. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on Uncharted. What do you guys think? We know we're going to get an Uncharted 2. Just based off of these sales, you know, it's already going to be a franchise. It's already been greenlit. So hopefully they just recover better. In the post-credit scene, Mark Wahlberg's character did get that stank mustache. So we already know that he's going to have that in the future. Tom Holland did the best he could. I would hope that we maybe get someone better than Chloe. The trust issues, they've worn off on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do another movie of trust issues. But yeah, that's everything. Before you go, I'm Trilogy with Trilogy Effect. We do movies, gaming, anime, stuff like that. I've curated playlists on my channel. You should definitely check those out. I also do a weekly podcast called Trilogy Talk. That comes out on Fridays, and it just basically covers news in the gaming, manga, tech, all kinds of stuff that comes out that week because we do it every week. And those are long form content. It's just something you could throw on and listen to, and I'll be the best I can for you guys. If you really like this video, please like it. If you want to talk about Uncharted, talk about it. We got the comment section for a reason. And if you want to see more movie reviews, content like this, subscribe. If you want to support the channel, go above and beyond. I do have a Patreon you can support for as low as $1 a month. And that's it. I'll catch you guys next time. Trilogy out. Peace.
I love the hustle, man. I be feeling like one of them ball playing, like Bird, Magic or something. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man?